Are you going with your old team, the Bills, today, Rex?
Yeah, I am, and the reason I'm doing it is because, it's not my old quarterback. This dude, he's going to have to be. I really think it's real. I expect Dallas to play down a little bit early in this game, so give me the Bills.
With all this talk about the Dallas Cowboys, a 3-hour show, I said what I was mostly impressed with this offense, red zone, leading the National Football League, Rex. 21 touchdowns by Dak Prescott's arm, not his legs, Allen. With all that said, it's going to be a tough one. I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys.
I've gone back and forth on this one. I think it's going to be a great game, but I'm with you, Rex. I like the Bills. I think despite the injuries on defense, I think they show up and play good at home. They're well coached. I think they're going to be ready for this. I think they keep their playoff hopes alive for at least for one more week.
I don't know how they hang on with all these injuries on defense. Micah Hyde, Epinesa this week, both out. I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys. I really like Michael Gallup have success. I mean, this is a guy that does the dirty work. He's about crack blocking, running decoy routes. It was nice to see him get some love last week, catching those receptions. I like the Dallas Cowboys. Michael Gallup makes another big play.
He's a good fifth receiver.
He's your favorite.
Last week, though, he gets a little, Rex.
I
Come
love
on.
these Cowboys. They've looked really good. I love how Dak is playing. But right now, in the elements, in Buffalo, you guys were describing it to me all night last night, telling me how hard it is to play in Buffalo. I am going with the Bills. I don't care about their record. I think Josh Allen goes off. Stephon Diggs has a big game against Gilmore. Let's get to the Bucks and the Packers. This one at Lambeau. What do you think, Rex?
I ain't buying the Packers, so I'm taking the Bucks. Look, I'm not necessarily totally sold on the Bucks, but I think Baker Mayfield will get that swagger going here. That hookup with Mike Evans, secondary players for the Packers. Give me the Bucks.
You know, I want to get a shout out to Baker Mayfield, buddy boy, for coming on here with us. And I asked him the question about getting Mike Evans started. Last week they won the game, one reception, and I asked him how he's going to get started. I think they had a week of practice. It's going to be tough in Green Bay. I don't care what the elements are. Mike Evans, Mr. Hall of Famer. Give me the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah, give me the Bucks as well. I think they're the more veteran team. I think they've been up and down this entire year, but I think they're ready for this moment. The Green
Okay, I'm going to take Green Bay. I think that pass rush gets back to being more disciplined, getting some pressure on Baker Mayfield.
Start fresh this holiday season with Greeny's Dental Treats.
That's the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers Deal. 2 singles for $5 or 2 doubles for $7 for a limited time. So, how is it? Deal this good speaks for itself, I guess. DQ, happy tastes good.
For your most brilliant smile, Crest has you covered.
Nice smile, Brad. Nice. Thanks.
Crest 3D White, 100% more stain removal. Crest.
If you've had enough of the uncontrolled symptoms of psoriasis that have you worrying about covering up, it's time to get real with your dermatologist. Make an appointment and ask about Real Clear Skin. Visit letsgetrealclear.com.
Whoa, the new iPhone 15 with that amazing camera. I wish my family had that. Zoe, you're an action star. Take action. Join T-Mobile and get 4 new iPhones.
With that camera, I'll be sharing pics from the slopes. You do not want to see yourself skiing. Yeah, I'm good at skiing. Your stunt woman is.
This holiday at T-Mobile, get 4 new iPhone 15s on us and 4 lines of unlimited for $25 a line.
What do you think of the jacket? You look like a marshmallow.
At Grainger, we know dealing with the unexpected is part of your job description. And you made a promise to keep the line running, to power through the downpour, to be the one who always gets it done. And our promise is to help you do it with professional-grade supplies for every industry, plus same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. Because you can't predict the future, but with the right partner, you can be prepared for it. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Bombas, we make the comfiest socks, underwear, and t-shirts that feel good and most of all, do good. Because when you purchase one, we donate one to those in need. With 100 million donated so far, that's a whole lot of good. And good, and good, and good. This holiday season, everyone deserves a little good. Visit bombas.com and get 20% off your first purchase. Bombas, give the good.
Sunday NFL Countdown is presented by Snickers. Maybe you just need a Snickers.
We need it. We'll be juiced up today, Rex. It's not that cold, so there won't be that many cold toes out there. We'll be all right.
Go,
There
come
we
on.
go.
I mean, this is
There we
also
go.
special. Playing playing with Jonah Williams. I mean, I wish my right
Is that Roseville
tackle.
High School?
Look at this. Take us through this. Come on.
He said Roseville.
You think he's good to go?
I hope so. I mean, I hope so.
We hope so too. Hope so too.
I'm telling you, guys, this is a variety show now. We are a variety show. We are all interviewers. What did you tell me about coffee today?
I'm sure the coffee has kicked in for Baker by now.
You got everything to take.
I hope so. Ready to play.
Welcome to Auburn, Alabama. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. It is rocking already inside Neville Arena. One of the most anticipated non-conference matchups in a long time around here. Auburn has won 50 consecutive home games against non-conference opponents, and the Stars are out for this one on both sides. As you look at this matchup here between USC and Auburn this afternoon. Along with Jay Williams, Roxy Bernstein with you. And this is going to be a fun one. 2 teams that love to get up and down, and star power on both sides.
High possession, high volume game, a track meet, and I'm going to go ahead and say this. USC is the biggest mystery in college basketball to me. They have top 10 talent caliber of a squad, but with injuries and lack of continuity, this is their last chance to get a huge non-conference win on their slate.
Well, star power with the young guys at both sides. You look at the freshmen for USC and Auburn, who are the stars, and a guy, Jay, who could be the #1 pick in the NBA draft.
Yeah, the #1 recruit, Roxy, in the nation, Isaiah Collier. He's built like Eric Bledsoe. He's built like Chauncey Billups. He has the passing ability of an elite guard, makes everybody else around him better. And he's going today against a guy in Aiden Holloway who's won the starting position over internally for the Auburn Tigers. He is finding his rhythm offensively. He is shooting the ball with supreme confidence. And I'll tell you, 24 points against Indiana, this kid is finding his flow offensively.
And it's not just the freshman star power for both USC and Auburn. There are some veteran players who are significant, will have huge impacts in the game today. You look at Boogie Ellis, who leads USC in scoring, and a double-double machine in Janai Broome for Auburn.
Yeah, Ellis, one of the top scoring guards in the country. A guy that has to get going offensively today for the Trojans. And then Broome, just a guy who hasn't played well over the last 2 games from an offensive perspective. But if he gets going, with the way this team comes in waves, they are going to be a handful.
And we will see Bronny James, his second game available for USC. He made his debut last Sunday against Long Beach State. The cardiac arrest, which he suffered in late July, was medically cleared, and he's off the bench today for Andy Enfield and the Trojans.
You know, Roxy, he's over that. I'm over that. He got 17 minutes in their last game in a loss. He's a great defensive player. He has the best basketball IQ on the floor. I look forward to watching USC going with a 4-guard lineup eventually in this game due to his ability to make everybody else around him better and be a leader. Oh, we're in the jungle today. We're in the jungle.
And even though school is out, Jay, it is jumping here at Auburn today as the Tigers win the opening tip. USC got off to a 4-1 start, but the Trojans have lost 3 of their last 4. And a really frustrating loss for them where free throw shooting and turnovers really hurt them against Long Beach State last Sunday at home in the overtime loss. As a corner 3 for Jalen Williams, and Auburn breaks the seal.
Yeah, USC missed 16 free throws in that loss. The Long Beach State was still there within 1 possession. Surprising for a team that has the elite caliber level of guards that USC does have.
Boogie Ellis stepped on the sideline. USC with a turnover on their first possession of the day. First home game in almost 3 weeks for Auburn. And you can understand why everybody's so fired up to be here today.
Only their 4th home game of the season thus far, which is shocking, but it goes to show you how Bruce Pearl had scheduled this season for this team to get the experience on the road and at neutral sites.
And Auburn has some terrific wins already. And by big margins as well, as the 3 rattles out from Jalen Williams. And it's controlled by Kobe Johnson for the Trojans. But Auburn already has blown out Notre Dame, St. Bonaventure, Virginia Tech, and they beat Indiana by 28 recently. Their 2 losses at Appalachian State and their season opener neutral site game against Baylor in South Dakota. And an illegal screen, Vincent Iwuchukwu, the offensive foul.
Roxy, there's some losses on that schedule to App State that you question, right? But I don't think that at all showcases where this Auburn basketball team is. When you look at the SEC overall, I think they will be in the upper echelon of the SEC with a legit chance.
Here come the Trojans and Boogie Ellis, the 5th-year senior. Isaiah Collier, who went to high school in Atlanta about an hour and a half away from Auburn, has a lot of family and friends. In fact, 16 family and friends that Collier has in attendance. And there's the reverse lay-in by the freshman Collier.
He's so good at changing speeds, and I use that in the open, that upper body frame. He just attacks the rim with reckless abandon.
DJ Rodman the steal. Collier a trail 3 rattles in, and it's 5-3 USC.
Roxy, if he starts knocking down that shot at a consistent note from the outside, he will be the #1 pick in the draft. It's really that aspect of his game that when I talk to some NBA scouts and wonder, does that range extend out to NBA range?
Speaking of NBA range, Aiden Holloway says, hey, Jay Will, I got some distance too, my friend. So the childhood friends go back and forth as Holloway gets his first points. Kobe Johnson on the pull-up. And DJ Rodman is grabbed going for the offensive rebound, and Auburn foul.
I was talking about the upper body sides of Collier, built like Eric Bledsoe, built like Chauncey Billups. But knocking down the shot from the outside is going to be critical to the evolution of his game. And then Holloway, pretty much from the logo. You talk about moxie, Holloway has all of it.
And quick off the inbound, and USC reclaims the lead.
For a team like Auburn, or a guy like Holloway, or Jones, or some of the shooters they have on the floor, your eyes should just be wide open when you see USC play against the zone.
Kobe Johnson clears the Janai Broom miss. Backing down. And DJ Rodman bumped in the post, and the foul is on Chaney Johnson off the Auburn bench. His first, the second on the Tigers.
One of the critical keys for Auburn in this game is you think about Ellis, Collier, and Johnson combined for 50 points per game between the three of those guys. So limiting one of those guys is going to be critical. And I think also denying Boogie Collins, Boogie the ball actually will be exceptional in this game. Boogie Ellis, excuse me.
The big key for USC, and you and I saw them, Jay, 2 weeks ago when they lost a close one to Gonzaga, neutral site game in Las Vegas, is where will the front court scoring for USC? They know they have the depth and the firepower in the backcourt. Where will they get front court scoring from?
It needs to come from guys like Collier getting in the lane and being involved in pick and roll and guys being able to finish at the rim.
Collier to the rim, and he has 7 already. Deflected by Kobe Johnson, and it stays at this end with Auburn.
Look, that change of speed right there. I mean, if you want to switch on him and you have a mismatch of a big and Broom trying to guard a guard, he should be playing off of him and contesting late. You can't try to press up on a guy like Collier who's so good and so shifty at finishing at the rim with both hands.
So Bronny James checks in for USC. And the freshman, 6'4", Janai Broom gets the roll in the lane. Transfer from Morehead State. Bronny James pressured, and K.D. Johnson a reach and foul in Auburn. So Bronny James on the floor. Played 16 minutes in his debut against Long Beach State last week. 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists, a couple of steals, and also a block shot.
And he's a quarterback. That's why he's on the floor. And he also has the ability to knock down shots when he's aggressive offensively.
And the McDonald's All-American. Boogie Ellis to the basket, stripped by Chad Baker-Mazzara. Out of bounds, it stays with USC, and 8 on the shot clock. 9-8 USC, the early lead at Auburn. Last Sunday, an emotional return to the floor, and Bronny James, who made his USC debut.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the